Alright guys, welcome to part 3 of Zero to Hero Season 2. And we're at the Chinese Grand Prix circuit in McLaren-Honda. Obviously, switching from the Manual to McLaren-Honda. And this is what we're going to go up the order throughout the season. And that's how this championship works. If you don't know that, check out my other videos on the channel. Or check out Season 1, because you'll see more there. So this is China and the McLaren-Honda. We know how bad the car is on this game. And in a straight line, a lot of straights down this track. We're not going to be very good. But we're going to cut on to our first quali lap. Towards our end of our first quali lap, in fact. And we've got some truck in front of us, but actually so far it's been quite a decent lap. I haven't been able to show you guys all of it. But coming towards the end of the lap, not really feeling the car much, but coming across the line for 140.2. This track's probably my weakest circuit, so that was pretty much good enough for like P12 or something like that. But now we're going to go on to our last qualifying lap for the session, and we're entering the last corner, starting our final flying lap of the session now. We're going to try and get as high up the order as possible, because at the moment we're running about P4 actually, and that was my bad. It was P4, not P12. Don't know why I thought P12, so don't hate down in the comments. Just I don't know what I'm doing, but anyway, we're running P4 right now, and it's towards the end, sort of like last 6-7 minutes. I was thinking to myself, you know, I'm just gonna go out because there's people behind me, like Sebastian Vettel, the Williams drivers were behind me. I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna have to go and try and do another qualifying lap because I felt like I could improve my first lap, and so far this lap's been pretty decent so far. But I wanted to do is try and guarantee a good position on the grid. I don't want to be down in the order, and I knew it wasn't good enough, so I tried to improve this lap. And let's see, this lap's been pretty good so far, but this car is very like unresponsive. I find it quite unsteery, not very good in a straight line. It isn't bad, don't just drive in the low speed corners, but the high speed is where it really does suffer, and it just struggles so much. But we're sort of struggling to get on the power right now, and we're just trying to, you know, push the car as much as we can. Just gonna go down. This is quite a good section actually for this car. With traction, pretty nice. We're about 7 tenths down on the leader, but this is where we lose all the time. Pretty much on this straight is where we lose pretty much all of our time. We're up to rich mix now. Just trying to get the most out of this Honda engine as possible, because we know how bad it is in real life, and it's equally as bad in the game. Pretty much, we're just trying to hook up this lap and just to improve, because that's what we want to do. We're going down second gear for this corner, quite a tight hairpin here. We can do it pretty nicely indeed. Trying to get a good exit out of this corner, which we do indeed do. Get a little bit of oversteer off the curb. Up to reach mix once again, down to fourth gear for the last corner, flip it pretty nicely, and get a little bit of oversteer, a bit of semi-oversteer, but coming across the line for 139.7, and that's a pretty good time actually. That we're at P5 there, so obviously I think we dropped below P5 just before we did that lap, and we're able to, that's pretty good actually, lap for us. But now we've got to wait to see where we come in the session. But that's a pretty decent lap. I'm pretty happy with that lap time, which is not too bad indeed. Now we're going to try and skip towards the end of the session now. We have 4 minutes to go, and we're going to skip towards the end. We're 7 tenths off, and look, I think Rosberg. How is Grosjean in P2? That's what I want to know, but that's a bit random. Our Lotus actually got qualified. The Mercedes Nico Rosberg, but I think I'm pretty happy with that time. Let's see where we actually come in session. We've got Raikkonen, the 2 Ferraris behind us, and we could actually definitely challenge us for like P5. So we'll see where we come at the end of the session. Here we go. We'll know about now. Here we go. Oh, Fernando looks pretty pleased about that. Well, shouldn't he be? Nice McLaren Honda. And let's have a look where we come. We indeed came P5 on the grid. And look at that, Will Stevens in P11. That's ridiculous. Our old car in P11. But anyway, that's where we start for the race. Hamilton on pole, us in P5, and here we go for the race.
2 times when lives were similar, and times that all seemed easier. Don't be afraid, I'll be the one to guide you through this endless maze.
So that's the grid order for the Chinese Grand Prix, and we're starting in P5. This could be interesting. Our starts are not pretty good on this game because of traction control, well, no traction control at all. So here you go for the start of the Chinese Grand Prix, revving for 5 red lights. This is going to be a monster. Here we go. We are lights out. Away we go for the Chinese Grand Prix, and we've had a pretty mediocre start, we have to say, and we're getting overtaken by Raikkonen. I think that's Sebastian Vettel as well going past us. We're going to go round the outside of turn 1, and we're going round the outside, trying to hook up the inside of the second corner like we normally do. Round the outside of the Kvyat, trying to go round the outside, up the inside. We're going to lock up a little bit, use a bit of grass. It's a bit naughty from us, a bit cheeky, but we have to do this in this situation. We're up to P4, so a pretty decent start actually, I have to say. our line worked for us, and we're up to P4. That's a pretty good start from us. We're behind Grosjean. We're going to go for a bit of a dive bomb here, up the inside, locking up our front right tyre, and we absolutely get up to P3. That's a pretty good overtake, and Vettel and Kvyat follows us through. But that's a pretty good start. With Mercedes, two Mercedes obviously lead the race. We're into P3. That's a very good start from us, and that's a pretty good start. We're very aggressive on the start. We have to be, because this is it's like the same with the manner. The performance of these two cars that we've driven the past 3 races have been pretty bad, obviously, and we have to try and be as aggressive as possible to get the best points as we can. Because points do matter in this championship. If we saw from last season, the early points do count a lot. Although so far we're doing very well here, up in P3, and this is what we've tried. We're trying to bite the bus, and the thing is, we've got the Red Bull behind us, and the thing is, even though the Renault package is engine much more faster than the Honda package, it's not that much faster, so we can defend pretty much. I think we can defend against the Kvyat pretty easily, so we're just trying to get out of his slipstream, so we actually stop him from actually overtaking us. But he has got a lot of speed, but he hasn't been able to get past us, which is a good thing. But we're still in P3, which is fantastic to hold on P3 after the first lap, and this has been a pretty good first lap from us. Kvyat, I think it's Raikkonen battling behind us for P4, so that's good. We're going to give us some breathing space, but we're off a massive understeer moment there. We're off the track there. I'm sorry for that, guys. Literally couldn't control the car. There you go, first lap completed, and see the Mercedes have completely darted away from us. We've got a massive train behind us of cars who are much faster than us, to say the least. But we're still up in P3, and this is good for us. If we can just come home in this sort of position, or come in sort of top 10, it's be fantastic points for us. And obviously, we've done that in the manner. That's what we need to do in the next 2 races. But yeah, definitely, Raikkonen's behind us, and he's actually really has caught up to us very quickly, actually, in that first sector. And he's right there with us, got the straight line speed, that Ferrari power, but he hasn't been able to make a move. So he's still in P3 for now. We'll see what happens, and then we're going to cut on to lap 4 now, and we're coming to the end of lap 4, and Master's coming past us, and he got completely past us, DRS, everything he had, he got past us pretty easily, and I think Raikkonen's behind him. I think he got lost out to Master. Obviously, Raikkonen lost out to Master. We're going to try and get past Master again. If we can get past Master again, it'll be good. But our tyre wear is affecting us so much again. Lots of understeer now. We're off the track there, but look, Master's dying away now. We're trying to use DRS, but I don't think we're in DRS zone. Let's have a look. We are indeed in the DRS zone. But we're not going to be good enough to actually make any inroads in Master to destroy. But here comes Raikkonen behind us as well. So we're under pressure here before our first stop. To even get home in like a decent position, but we're actually on P3. But I think one of the Mercedes pitted. I think it was Rosberg or something like that. So we're behind Massa now, but Massa's going to die away now from us, and we're not going to see him pretty much for the rest of the race. So there goes Massa. He's gone off into the distance, and he's pretty much too fast for us. But now coming on to lap 5, and then 2 Ferraris coming for us in the DRS zone. Vettel and Raikkonen, they're going to go. Oh, well, we were free right for a moment, and there you go. They can shoot him past us. We're going to go try and get up the inside here, trying to get up the inside of Raikkonen. Might try and get Vettel while we're at it, but we've got the inside of Raikkonen. We defend very well, and we're up into P4, but Vettel always got past us, and we're pretty much easy meat for these guys. We're trying to keep him Vettel, but Raikkonen's coming in the pit now, actually. Again, no extension, sorry guys for that. But we're going to try and attack Vettel now in the DRS zone. Let's see if we can get past Vettel. This will be quite good. Let's see if we can get past him in the first sector. We're pretty good in the first 2 corners, but we lose it on the traction in the second corner. So here we go, into the first set of corners. We're right there with him. But look at that, he's got much more grip, much more performance out of that Ferrari. We can't really much do about it, and he just like seeing what Massa did previous lap, just pull away from us. We have no pace in this McLaren-Honda to even defend. But now coming on to lap 6, which is a pit stop, a window pit stop. Vettel's come in, and we need to do a Hamilton. Look at that, into the gravel like Hamilton did in 2007. But that's pretty lucky. We're coming to the pit now. We're starting our first pit stop, and hopefully only pit stop of the day. And here we come into the pits. Try and get a good stop here. This is really vital. Vettel actually jumps off a little bit. Pitting for primes. And let's see what we do. 2.2, but no, we're being held in the pits, and this is not good enough. This no. God's sake, we're being held. We've lost time to a lot of drivers. Ricardo's jumped us, and that really does rub it in a lot. We've been jumped, and I can't believe that. Thanks a lot, McLaren. Thanks you a lot. Thanks a lot, people, for coming in. But now because Ricardo has got very cold tyres, and so do we. But the AI is stupid. We got past Ricardo pretty easily, and we're up to P13. And Grosjean's next up the row, so Grosjean, we were battling with him at the start of the race, and he's obviously undercutted us. Got the undercut on us. So now we're going to try and get past Grosjean, but Ricardo, just see how much the AI full away on cold tyres. It's really ridiculous. So we're going to try and get past Grosjean. Actually, see if we make some inroads in Grosjean, and we do indeed catch him up by lap 8. But we're not really fast enough to make any inroads. But look at that, we actually are catching him in the. And I think that's Sainz who's actually pitted on lap 7, and he's got cold tyres. We've got past Grosjean, and we're going to try and go round the outside of Sainz and cold tyres with primes as well on, and we've got past both of them in a space of 2 corners, or 3 corners, if we want to call it. That's a fantastic move at the P6 now, and that's a very good recovery at the P6 now. We're behind Raikkonen, which is a very good start actually. Raikkonen obviously jumped us in the pits, and he's long gone now. He's nowhere to be seen. But we're into P6, and that's a fantastic set of moves, and that's vital for getting some decent points. After being held in the pit lane, it's lost us a lot of time. The be in P6 at the moment is fantastic. If we can defend this to the end, obviously Grosjean's got Mercedes power, but Sainz only got Renault power. He's not really that much quicker compared to us. So, and now coming on to lap 13 now, and we're coming on an attack now from Sainz and Button, and Button's actually there. Button, our own teammates there attacking us, and that's how slow we've been in this race. And I think Button, Sainz is trying to get past us, but we're trying to give Button an advantage here, and Button is right there with us, and he's actually done the opposite strategy to us. He started on the primes and he went to the options, and that seems to be a faster strategy fast strategy, obviously, because actually Button is right there with us in the points. And that's actually unusual, because you won't expect a McLaren-Honda to be in the points, but here comes Sainz now in the DRS. We're going to go down to lean mix to sort of keep the engine sort of cool now, and this is what we need to do, try and keep hold of this P5. This is a fantastic position to be in. Running it in lean mix now, and just going for the first couple of corners to get the best run out of this corner as possible. And we're right there with us. We're actually under a lot of pressure to keep hold of this position. And I think Sainz is going to be closing us down, but I don't think it's going to be enough to overtake us. No, he won't be able to overtake us. But this is where it's all crucial. This is the second sector. If we can get away from Sainz, this would be a good thing. A little bit of overstay of that corner, but here we go. Up the standard. So I think actually no, we're going to get standard mix. I think we probably will by the second sector. Actually, look at that. We're lifting off. Our tyres are absolutely worn, and Sainz is closed up so much. He's got so much more grip than us. Obviously, a lap pressure obviously must have helped him in this race. A little bit of overstay at that corner, not the best traction. This is where we actually gain our time, but we're not getting as much time as we want to. Up to the mix now, to defend down to the last straight now. Hamilton's won the race, so that's a pretty good result for him. And Lewis Hamilton winning the race. But now it's this traction at this corner. Can we get a decent traction at this corner? Just get a nice little run up this corner. Here we go, up to rich mix now. Okay, we're going to rich mix. Do we have enough fuel to do so? Let's have a little check. I think we do, but we're going to keep it safe now. We're going standard now. Sainz is there. He's closing the gap now. Is he got enough? And the DRS trying to get past us. He's trying it. He's going to outbrake us into this corner. And we absolutely trying up the inside. And he's gone a little bit wide. And we're going to try and, this might help Button to get through. But no, he won't. Sainz has kept hold of P6. So here we come, guys. We're going to come home. Last corner, let's see if we don't get attacked. No, we won't. We'll get mugged off like last time. But we're now coming across the line for P5. Best result, pretty much one of the best results of the season. That's pretty good. We're legitimately a very good race. That was a fantastic race from us. P5. We started 3-5 and came home P5. So halfway one doesn't look very happy because we didn't meet our objectives. But very good result for guys. P5, very good result. And obviously one more race from this McLaren-Honda at Bahrain. And that would be the end of the stint with them. I'm sure we can move on to Sauber. But that's a fantastic result, guys. Hamilton won the race ahead of Vettel, Massa, Raikkonen, and ourselves. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like and subscribe for more racing content on the channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Please wait for the standings at the end of the video. See you guys.